Good evening. A sudden policy shift from Washington has stunned one of America's oldest allies in Latin America, Colombia. This week, Washington signaled a major policy shift toward Colombia, warning of possible new import tariffs linked to drug control disagreements. On Sunday, the U.S. leader announced plans to raise import duties and freeze financial aid. Colombia immediately recalled its ambassador from Washington, the strongest diplomatic protest in years. Most Colombian exports to the U.S. already face 10% tariffs, but this move could make them much higher. The statement also linked Colombia's president to illegal drug trafficking, a claim Bogota strongly denies. This dispute comes amid rising U.S. military operations in the Caribbean, targeting alleged drug vessels. For decades, America balanced two tools, military aid and free trade, to fight the drug business. Now, steep import duties and aid cuts could reverse that strategy. Analysts in Bogota warn the move could backfire, pushing more people into the illegal economy. Economist Sergio Guzman told Reuters these tariffs will worsen the legal economy, not the illegal one. The United States is Colombia's largest trading partner, with $30 billion in annual trade. Trump's tariffs would hit key exports, noriz, coffee, flowers, bananas, avocados, and oil. Critics say tariffs are being used as political leverage, not just economic policy. Analyst Ken Roberts calls it a pattern of seeing Latin America as America's sphere of influence. Colombia's economy depends heavily on U.S. trade, but 35% of its exports go north. Local industries warn of massive losses if tariffs rise, from coffee farmers to flour exporters. Economist Jose Ignacio Lopez says legal revenue funds Colombia's fight against trafficking, the policy reversal through. Trump and Colombia's leftist president have clashed since January, Hosji, over deportation flights and regional policy. Tensions deepened when the U.S. revoked the Colombian leader's visa at the UN. Analysts fear this tit-for-tat could spiral from trade to full diplomatic freeze. Juliana Rubio of CSIS says the situation could devastate Colombia's fragile economy. The big question, she says, is whether this is temporary politics or lasting policy. The move also opens the door for China to strengthen ties in South America. China could seize the opportunity to offer better trade terms, filling the gap left by Washington. The region is watching closely, wondering if this is a new doctrine or a new danger. For Colombia, tariffs could mean losing both markets and trust. The shockwave may redefine how the U.S. fights drugs, through trade, not just force. In the battle between tariffs and trust, Latin America may once again become the testing ground. Across Latin America, leaders are watching how far Washington will push its new trade agenda. Analysts warn that linking tariffs to drug policy could blur the line between security and economics. Colombia's challenge now is to preserve stability while facing the loss of its biggest trading partner. Some observers fear this is the start of a broader shift, a world where tariffs replace diplomacy. Others argue the move is a negotiating tactic, pressure before compromise. Either way, the next weeks will test the balance between politics and principle. In this high-stakes standoff, both Washington and Bogota risk losing more than trade. They risk trust. And that concludes our special report, Tariffs and Turmoil, a Global News Analysis.